Kuvera, an InvestView company.
Hey, welcome back. It's Thirsty Thursday on Liquid Lunch. We're at the downtown Question Tequila Studios right here on Broadway, right down the street. The New York Stock Exchange still up 100, just above that 28,000 level where we want to see it. It's magnificent there. Hopefully it closes above 28 tomorrow on Friday. That'll be good news going into the holiday season, the Santa rally. But a lot of crazy things are happening on this planet of ours, especially in this country of ours. We have the another shooting, which is motivated by anti-Semitism yesterday right here in our backyard in Jersey City. We have the swamp creatures down in Washington pulling off a silent coup, trying to throw our president out, who was duly elected. To break all of this down, along with easy money in politics, Daniel Wiseman joins us today. He's columnist for the Washington Free Beacon.
No, Canada Free Press.
The Canada Free Press. Okay, my notes here said Washington Free Beacon.
That's my error.
Frank's my managing editor.
I regret
so
the error.
He gave me incorrect information. But Dan, thanks for joining us again.
Good to see you, John.
Really appreciate it. So this impeachment thing, to me, it's all a sideshow. It's a distraction from what's happening, if you ask me, with the Horowitz report and the Durham report that everybody's waiting to come out.
Absolutely, John. And as a Jewish person here in the United States, I'm extremely vexed by a certain aspect of it that doesn't get a lot of attention, and I'm bothered by it as a Jewish person. That and I'm going to be provocative today. That the leading people involved in Washington against the president of the United States, who most of this country loves and adores and appreciates, including myself, is a people,
Jewish
Democrats, who happen to be Jewish.
Right.
And there's a lot of them. We have the leading two protagonists are Adam Schiff and Gerald.
Jewish person,
Gerald Naylor here in New York City.
Jewish person.
Absolutely. And the three constitutional experts, Jewish people, besides the Republican one.
Chuck E. Cheese.
And then a lot of people in the resistance, Chuck Schumer, Debbie Wasserman Schultz, Eric Cohen in Tennessee, Supreme Court Justice
Elena
RBG,
Kagan, Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
and Elena Kagan. And it's very problematic. Jews should not be doing this. Jews should be running businesses, becoming doctors, lawyers, and teachers and writers. And they should be loyal citizens of the United States. And they should be taking a back seat. They can't find other people. I mean, even this, let's take a look at this woman, Pamela Karlan, who was like the leading protagonist among the constitutional experts. She was hostile and spoke on video being hostile to the President of the United States, and they bring her as a witness. Where is the sense of humility among these people? This is not good for the Jews, in my opinion.
Let's give a look at what Congressman Nadler, one of the representatives you mentioned, said this morning about why they were going forward with impeachment.
Each taken an oath to support and defend the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic. I hope to be remembered for honoring that oath. I hope you feel the same. And so, with a heavy heart, but clear in my duty to our country, I support these articles of impeachment.
By the way, you reminded me when you referenced Pamela Karlan. I said last segment, I said Fiona Hill insulted Barron, when in actuality it was Pamela Karlan. I regret that error as well. But so you've pointed out a number of leading Jewish figures that are banging the drums for impeachment. There certainly are a number of non-Jews that are playing a big role in this. Nancy Pelosi, Rashida Tlaib, a number of others.
But they're not front and center.
Well,
they're not front and center in this, and they selected.
Well, Rashida Tlaib that had her all impeached
that's
the MFR.
That's a long time ago. Impeached the MFR, but that's a long time ago. Right now, front and center, the people they're bringing up are Jewish people. Let's change this just for a topic here. Right now, President Trump enjoys about 90% approval rating from Orthodox Jews in the United States. All of the Jews who come from Israel, who live in the United States, they support the president. Let's take a look at the people, the Jews who came from the former Soviet Union. They're here, they support the president. There is a huge number of Jews in this country who are very proud of the president. We can talk about Israel for a second. He moved the embassy to Jerusalem. He recognized the Jewish sovereignty over the Golan Heights. He recognized the legality of building in Judea and Samaria, what people know as the West Bank. And just recently, he spoke out about anti-Semitism on college campuses.
yeah,
I mean, how
just
much more?
Made Judaism nationality.
But don't you think part of this is a
stop
reflection
persecution.
of the fact that the Democrats happen to be the opposition party right now, and most Jews, non-Orthodox Jews especially, tend to be Democrats, so it's only natural that the leading politicians, so many of them would be Jewish.
Well, we're bothered by that, and there's a lot of us now who are frankly closer to evangelicals than we are to our co-religionists. We identify with religion and spirituality in a God-centered society, and that's who we are. And that's we don't understand the sense of ingratitude of Jews on the left. And I'm calling them out on it. I think they should be a little more circumspect and not be so front and center in the impeachment.
Let's talk about this interesting column you wrote in the Canada Free Press, not the Washington Free Beacon. Both papers are free, but
I like your freeness.
Exactly. You were speaking of costs. You were talking about easy money and producing Hunter Biden-style corruption. Tell us what you mean by that.
Okay, so this was a premise that I've put together over time, that because of the fact since really, I think 1971, when the United States went off the gold standard, there's really been free money that's poured into the economy of the United States and also around the world. So, talking about quid pro quo, the Obama administration gave money during their term to the Ukrainians, and as gratitude, they put Hunter Biden on a board of an oil and gas company in which he has no experience whatsoever. And because of free money, you can make really huge wealth out of being in government that you never could before. I mean, there was always corruption in, like, you could hire your brother in the Parks Department, but not like
Nancy
today.
Pelosi, in the last 29 years, on only a congressperson's salary, her worth has gone from 40 million to 100 million in the last 15 years. How do you make 60 million when you're only making that salary? Before you answer that, I want to join you as we end this segment. Would you be shocked to think I had a matching yarmulke?
I would be very shocked.
You would be shocked? Well, I knew you were coming in today. I did not know you were going to have your Trump yarmulke on, but I stand with you, my friend, and I have my Trump yarmulke. Is that properly worn?
It's beautiful on the top of your head.
Is that good or no? It should be a little further back? Or?
Incredible respect for the Almighty. I think you got it down perfectly.
Okay. Well, the money that's going around, there's this loophole, right? But Joe Biden's running the Ukraine policy. He gives them $1 billion, and the son's getting paid $83,000 a month.
Hunter Biden didn't necessarily do anything wrong. Joe Biden did something wrong. Joe Biden was in charge when that happened. He should have not allowed it. Hunter Biden, he didn't break any laws. I mean, it's not ethical what he did. But the problem is with Joe Biden. He was overseeing the Ukraine policy. He shouldn't be allowing his children to serve on boards of oil and gas companies.
He did break one law, if you ask me. That there is a code out
declaration
there, and after his brother passed away, he started
that's a different code.
He started having
code.
Relations with his sisters.
Not talking
with
about his
brother's
personal
wife.
character.
I'm saying, well, think about
John,
that too.
I mean,
That's some code.
He's not a good person in that respect.
If you're wondering why there are 2 men out of 3 wearing red Trump yarmulkes, it's because on Liquid Lunch we want to bring you real people who know where the rubber meets the road. And while the left will not want you to know about this, Trump is one of the most pro-Israel presidents we've ever had in history. And I thank you for coming down
Thanks
here.
so much.
Speaking
Good to see
out,
everybody again.
We're always open for you. Canada Free Beacon, Washington Free Beacon, wherever you're writing.
Whatever I'm writing,
here.
it's fine.
You're welcome to stay right there. We're going to come back after this and break down some more news of the day, breaking news, and all that other good stuff. Liquid Lunch, back after this.